Alrighty, what's up, guys? How are we doing? It's Spurs Live here. Let's just bring in this banner. What are we doing? It's Spurs Live here, and we're back with a new video, a new live stream. So before we start, let's wait a second. Let's number one give everyone the access to joining this live stream. If they want to, click the live stream down below link, and you'll be automatically added to the stream, so you guys can talk face to face with me. But without further ado, let's get straight into this, guys. So enthusiastic today. We will go and talk about the Antonio Conte update. We've got some Antonio Conte, big news regarding Antonio Conte and his contract. So, as it stands, Tottenham are going into the break thing, like knowing, we've got Antonio Conte, he's going to stay, nothing's going to happen, it's all going to be good, it's all going to be great, and we don't have anything to worry about. Guys, comment down below who's here, by the way. That's how it started. So, I'm reading now that sources close to key figures in the contract talks between Antonio Conte and Tottenham Hotspur sound less optimistic than they did earlier. This is because Daniel Levy's targets aren't the same as Antonio Conte's. Very bizarre. Now, why are they not the same? They both need to need to think about winning trophies. It's time to win trophies. Harry Kane is getting old. Son's getting old. Hugo Lloris is getting old. I mean, he's already old. We need to start winning trophies. It's now or never. But they both don't have the same ambition, apparently. Now, this is according to Athletic. A bit more according to The Athletic. There are indications that Tottenham Hotspur are not going to throw money around in January. Levy has been very clear with Conte in private or on a number of times that there is not a huge amount of money to spend in January, whilst Conte believes that he is a player or two away from what he needs. So this is really bizarre for me. Why can't Daniel Levy spend the money? But it's just, if you want to win a trophy, you've got to sacrifice some money in terms of for this project, for this money. You have to put in the money for players. Now Daniel Levy believes that no, with these players we can win something. With Eric Dyer in the team, as much as he's been good, we're not winning. With Emerson Royale in our team, we're not winning. Matt Doherty, we're not winning. The midfield isn't strong enough, in my opinion, still. Richarlison's now out. Son is not on his A game. Kulusevski's just back from injury. And we've got Ben Davies in the... do you see? I can name you half our team is not good enough. And if I would tell you, oh yeah, this Tottenham Hotspur side are going to win the Premier League, mate, you are having a laugh. There is no chance that this Tottenham Hotspur team are winning a trophy if we keep on having these players. In January, we have to spend. Now, with Daniel Levy now coming in saying, oh yeah, no, we're not going to have this much money spending in January. It's a bit shocking. It's not good news. I can't lie. It's not good news. And I'm not too happy about that. The prospect of Conte leaving at the end of the season, which felt remote only a few months ago, is being raised again as a prospect. That's according to Jack Pittsburgh. So, yeah, just for the people out there, the Athletic aren't the most reliable source at all, but nevertheless, they are a source. This is what the Athletic said again. I read this already. Just reading from Twitter. So, according to Matt Law, a reliable journalist, he says that Antonio Conte, the Tottenham Hotspur, are willing to pay Antonio Conte $1 million a year pay rise to sign a new deal. So, in a way, it shows that Antonio Conte and Daniel Levy do not have the same sight. But if it was, the thing is with me is, if it was a player or two away, I'm not sure if Daniel Levy would be like this. That's the thing. And I don't think it's a player or two. I think it's at least 4 players away. Because if you want to, say, I'm thinking more of squad depth as well. Now that we've got Richarlison injured, okay, and like I said before, Son's not on his A game. Kulusevski's just back from injury. We've just got on fire. We've just got Harry Kane, who's been playing God knows how many games. We've got no full fit striker or attacker right now. Not one full fit striker attacker. We've got Harry Kane, yeah, sure, but he's not. He's been playing so many games, and he'll definitely be a bit tired for the break for the game. You've got Heung-min Son, who has not been good at all for Tottenham Hotspur this season. Not been great, sorry. Has not been up to his standards this season so far for Tottenham Hotspur. Kulusevski's been back from injury. So, and Richarlison is injured for 5 to 6 weeks. We'll get on to that soon. It's a bit worrying. Guys, we've got 2 people in here. Do you think Antonio Conte is really only 2 players away, or 2-3 players away, or does it take a bit more than 2-3 players? Because I genuinely think we're a bit more than 2-3 players away, especially with this team that we've got now. You look at the likes of Manchester United. Look at what an unbelievable team they've got. It's actually insane what team they've got. But I don't know. I honestly don't know already. I don't know. I think Antonio Conte definitely needs to. Also the thing really with Antonio Conte is that he needs to really step up his game a bit, because it's not fair to keep on saying, "Oh yeah. It's always the players, it's always the players." So far, when we've been winning 1-0, when we've been losing 1-0, that's when we suddenly start a big game. But when we're only when we're 0-0 against flipping Burnley or not, they're not, but Aston Villa, we can't make anything. We can't. It's a bit worrying. But what I do want to say is that Matt Doherty has been looking very good against Motherwell. He scored 3 goals in the last 2 friendly games. So great performance by the man himself, Matt Doherty. Alrighty. So Antonio Conte. Conte will not rush into a decision, and wants Tottenham Hotspur to reaffirm they share his ambition and also consider his family who live in Italy. So, yeah, it's sounding like Antonio Conte, Italy, Inter, whatever. But yeah, so just to really summarize this Antonio Conte contract whole business is Tottenham Hotspur are prepared to sell to Antonio Conte a 1 million a year pay rise to sign a new deal. And Antonio Conte does want Tottenham Hotspur to consider his family who live in Italy regarding his contract. Also, that Antonio Conte and Daniel Levy need to share the same ambition, and that's really it all regarding Antonio Conte. So, moving on swiftly. Let's go on to some Richarlison injury update. So we've got that Tottenham are set to be without Richarlison for around 5 to 6 weeks after their attacker suffered a hamstring injury at the World Cup. So where I read this is from Football London. They understand a key player in Brazil team, 25-year-old, picked up an injury in the warm-up before the country's World Cup quarter-final clash against Croatia. Richarlison still managed to play 84 minutes of the contest before he was eventually withdrawn in the closing stages. Following Brazil's World Cup exit, the summer signing was back at Hotspur Way on Monday to find out the extent of his hamstring injury. So what we do know is that it was a hamstring injury and he will be out for around 5 to 6 weeks. But so he said they kind of pushed him a bit too much. They kind of did push him a bit too much, unfortunately. Following a scan of the problem, he will be out for a period of around 5 to 6 weeks as a result. The news will come as a major blow to Antonio Conte, as the Brazilian missed a month of football prior to the World Cup with a calf injury sustained against former club Everton. It's not looking good for Tottenham. It's really not looking good. I think, we're always getting injury problems. Well, Christian Romero, Richarlison, Kulusevski, Heung-min Son, yeah, you could say. Who else? The list goes on. Then we got flipping Eric Lamela, who used to be injured every single day. We have who else? We have Our players, Giovanni Lo Celso, Tanguy Ndombele used to get injured all the time. Dele Alli used to also get injured all the time, or he just never played. But what on earth is happening to Tottenham Hotspur with this injury crisis? It's not good. It's really not good. Now, what else? So regarding Richarlison, Tottenham was set to be out without Richarlison for around 5 to 6 weeks after attackers after hamstring injury in the World Cup. And yeah, so look, it's a bit upsetting for us. It really is, and that's where I say an attacker is needed in this Tottenham Hotspur side ASAP. When we look at the Spurs side and we're looking for a missing piece in the puzzle, we can all look at straight away at the fact that we need a wing back, or hang on, or that we need a centre back. Sure, those are the obvious ones. What about an attacker? We need an attacker. And I'm gonna go on about this again. I'm gonna go on about this. Kulusevski just came back injured, just came back like fitness. Harry Kane's been playing God knows how many games. Heung-min Son injured, has not been on his A game for Spurs. Richarlison out for hamstring, 5 to 6 weeks. So if we talk about Tottenham Hotspur, let's say it's for a month. Yeah, let's say for a month. So today is the 20th of December. So we're playing tomorrow. We're playing Nice. Okay, whatever. Brentford on the 26th. So let's say from the 26th of December to the 26th of January. Let's see, to the 26th of January. All right. So we've got Brentford. We've got Aston Villa. Going to be a hard game, Aston Villa. Crystal Palace, always a hard game for Spurs. Tottenham versus Portsmouth, not really. Tottenham Arsenal, big game. Man City Tottenham, big, huge game. Then we've got Fulham Tottenham. That's even a bigger game. No, what am I talking about? It's not even a big game. What am I on about? Just trying to hype this up. Fulham, who's not a massive game, but then we've got Man City again in the 5th of Feb. So 5 to 6 weeks from the 20th of January, say to the 20th of January, that is 4 weeks. Let's see, to the 20th of January, that is 4 weeks. So 20th of January is day after Man City. So say we said 6 weeks. So the 27th, we've got no one. We don't have anyone. But then we got Man City on the 5th of February. That is not going to be easy, and that is not a good amount of game time for Richarlison. We're not going to have enough time for him, and it's just sad. Spurs Talk Show getting closer to the big 1K. Josh, mate, thank you so much, bro. Keep going, bro. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Good job. Cheers. Thanks for the comments, Spurs Talk Show. Make sure you guys go drop him a subscribe. Thanks so much for the support, mate. So, as you can see, we've got big games coming up. We've got Arsenal, Man Cities, because, 2 Man Cities, and we can add Crystal Palace into the mix. So, 4 big games, and Richarlison's not looking like he's going to be playing any of them. That is not good. Now, what are your thoughts? Is it just a coincidence that everyone's injured at the same time? Whatever I said, Harry Kane, heung-min Son, Kulusevski, and Richarlison. Is that just a coincidence, or is that just shows the lack of squad that we have in the attacking department? But then you look at that, and before the season starts, I would have argued saying, wow, we've got a huge squad depth in terms of attacking players, and suddenly all of them are just finished for some reason. Not all of them, but I'm making a bigger deal than it is, but you know what I'm talking about. So what I could get around this is that the positive I can think about this is that Kulusevski will be back. So the lineup, which I would think it would be Richarlison, would be Hugo Lloris, No. Say they're attacking. Yeah, it would be Kulusevski, Kane, and Son. And our first game is in 6 days. So I think the positive point of view I can take out of this is that Brentford is in 6 days, 6 days of rest for Kulusevski, 6 days of rest. England got out. When did England versus who did we get out of France? Let's see, when was that game? Because Harry Kane had a rest since then. 10th of December, good. So Harry Kane will have 16 days of rest, which is good. I'm happy about that. 16 days of rest. He'll be back. So that's a positive I can take. Kulusevski also resting. That's also a positive I can take. And then we can say that potentially heung-min Son can beat around the bush and somehow get back to how he used to be. What do you think about the rumors surrounding Anthony Gordon? Anthony Gordon? Wow, I'm really off it today, aren't I? Anthony Gordon. I don't know because we'll be getting on to the next rumors, which is Yusuf Moukoko. But Anthony Gordon is looking like a player who I wouldn't mind him having at Spurs. And let's see, Anthony Gordon, Everton, Richarlison, you can say. But according to the Spurs Watch on Twitter, he is close to signing a new deal with Everton. So, that kind of takes it off the radar for Spurs here. What else? But I think Anthony Gordon's a fantastic player there in general. But Spurs do continue to monitor Anthony Gordon and Malinovsky. I think Malinovsky, yeah, something like that. I like that Malinovsky, that Donny. I like him. He's decent. But regarding Anthony Gordon, I think he's a player that would fight for the I don't know. Let me see. Let me see something. Let's see. I want to see what positions he can play. No, I know he can play the forward, but I want to see if there's. I'd like to go on the transfer market and see what positions he's actually played in general. So he's worth around 40 mil, and he has played in various positions. He said he can play. He can play as a left winger, right winger, and attacking midfielder. So that is my main point. As a left winger, his main position is a left winger, but he ain't gonna get much game time. He really isn't. Let's face it. He's not gonna get much game time. Even if Son is off this game, he's not gonna get much game time. So thanks, Bournemouth. Will win EPL. Thank you so much for the comment, and hopefully I answered it. Yeah, I just think Anthony Gordon to Spurs wouldn't make sense for us, but it could be a good one. So just reminding the people out at home right now, if you can drop a subscribe button, it would very much appreciate it. We're so close to 1K mark. We started this live on 868 subscribers, and right now we are on 869. So thanks so much for the support, guys. I appreciate it. And yeah, so. One last thing. If you guys do want to join the stream, click the link down below, and you will be automatically uploaded to the live stream. We can talk about some nice football stuff. Big up, my friend. Thanks so much, Chelsea fan. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining in and tuning in for the live stream. So that's a lot about Richarlison injury update. Let's talk about the new 17-year-old Dortmund star, who's Tottenham Hotspur have been linked with, alongside Barcelona, Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester United. So Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham, and FC Barcelona. And that geezer is Yusufa Moukoko. Now, he is a really good player. A shame, I think it's a World Cup too early for him, but he is a flipping player. His good attributes from his point of view, is he's fast. He is very, very fast, and he's got great agility. He's good in the air. He's tall. So right now he's worth around 25 mil. Like 25 mil is quite fair enough. He currently plays at Monaco on loan from Dortmund, and his main position is a central midfielder. He can play as a defensive midfielder or a right midfielder, but yeah, he's 185, and so he's a decent player. He's a very, very decent player for the attacking midfielder option that we wanted. But he's more of a Bentancur position type of player, and I think with him in the team, it could definitely help stuff more out, like calm stuff more in the middle of the park. But we do have Ollie Skip, so I really do want to see Ollie Skip more in the Spurs team. Bournemouth EBL, big up. I think you'll beat us 3-1. Wow, Chelsea, mate, you're not really optimistic, are you? You're really not optimistic today. Oh, all right. So yeah, let's talk about him. He's so Tottenham Hotspur have had officials in attendance to watch forwards Marcus Thuram and Yusufu Moukoko deal in Friday's clash between Borussia. I can't pronounce this. Sorry, guys, but Mönchengladbach and Borussia Dortmund, 90 minutes, understand. That's according to 90 minutes. Borussia Dortmund won. The kid Yusufu Moukoko was asked. This is actually really interesting. You will never believe this. Moukoko was asked by who was this? By Dream. Was asked by someone. Who is your dream teammate? Now, guys, comment down below. I'm waiting for some comments. Who do you think Moukoko's dream teammate was when he was asked? This will surprise you. I bet you this will surprise you, and you would not believe it. It's actually fun because you're thinking about a German player who plays in Borussia Dortmund on loan to Monaco, and he's got all the insane players out there, and he chooses this player. Comment down below. I'm waiting for a comment to see who you think Moukoko's dream teammate is. It's actually funny. And I think this player has become such a world class. Isn't even his category anymore. It's more of an ultimate. I don't even know what else is higher than that. He's just become one of the legends of Tottenham Hotspur, and it's just so amazing to watch. But let's add someone to the stream. His name is Conte's son, apparently. Let's see if this is true. But yo, what's up?
Can you hear me?
How are you? Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, man, New Zealand's a bit late, but yeah, I'm Conte's son.
Yeah. So who do you think is Antonio Conte's? Who do you think is Harry Kane? Say. Who do you think the player is from Yusufu Moukoko's dream teammate?
His dream teammate?
Yeah, that's what he was asked. He was asked who is his dream teammate. Do you know who he got? Let's see. Go on, give him Emerson Royale. Yeah, almost.
Our star right wing back.
A star right wing back. What are your thoughts on Emerson Royale? Honestly, what are your thoughts on Emerson Royale? We'll keep this question on a little wait until we get some comments. But what are your thoughts on the wing back positions going into the January transfer window?
Well, Emerson has to go.
Yeah.
We got Doherty and Spence.
Yeah.
I don't think Spence is ready, so I'd say keep Doherty. Try get a centre back before we get a wing back.
Okay. Interesting.
So I think we just chill with Doherty to the end of the season. Because when we were starting him last year, he got 4 goals in 14 games. He was playing really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say just keep Doherty. Implement Spence a little bit, off the bench. Just roll with that.
Agree. Totally agree. I mean, look, going into the transfer window, a lot of the Spurs community fans were saying, we need to spend money. We have to, centre backs, wing backs, attacking midfielders, attackers. Now that you've just heard that Daniel Levy is not willing to spend a whole amount of money, what are your thoughts about that? That's a bit It's a bit annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, it just well, we didn't spend a lot of money last transfer window when we got Bentancur and Kulusevski.
Yep.
And I think Kulu's about the second or third best right winger in the world, so it's not necessarily a bad thing if we're smart, but um it just means we might only sign about one player.
Yeah. Do you think are you going to this January transfer window thinking, okay, last January transfer window we were linked with God knows how many players and we got two players, but these two players were flipping unbelievable? Or are you going into this transfer window thinking, okay, this is probably one of Antonio Conte's last windows of Spurs. It's either now or never, and if we don't get this, then we can already say goodbye to Antonio Conte. What, like, as in, you see the two perspectives. You have the positive one,
Yeah.
then you've got the negative one, and you're coming in with the positive one. I like that. So are you now thinking it's positive now?
It all depends on. I think if we don't back him, but we still get a couple players, they turn out good and we get top four, I think he'd stay. But if we didn't fill the gaps he wanted, and then we don't get top four or a trophy, I feel like he'd go. So, but
Yeah.
I think we need. I just want us to sign Pau Torres.
Yeah. Why specifically Pau Torres?
I saw him in the Europa League, I think, last season. I watched a
Yeah.
little bit of La Liga, and he's class.
Yeah. He's decent. We were linked with him last was it summer? I think it was.
Yeah,
It was summer. Yeah, we linked with him in summer. I'm just gonna get a bit about him up. I do all this about transfer market, fun enough. So he plays with the two centre backs. He's worth 50 mil. I mean, he's rejected us twice. Is
yep,
that really? I mean, I'm not sure. We got Bournemouth who says Bastoni's a good shout. Now you've heard all the rumours. I'm guessing about Bastoni.
yeah.
What are your thoughts about him?
Um,
Is that a realistic transfer we can actually go for?
Not in summer, or not in the
Oh,
January.
yeah.
I think we could get him in summer, but I just don't trust with Ramiro's injury problems. I don't trust starting Dyer, Longley, and like
100%.
Sanchez. Ugh.
100%.
And I think we need a centre back, like a really good centre back, because
Yeah.
Longley, Dyer, and Emerson are not good enough.
Yeah.
So I feel like we've got Rodon coming back at the end of the season. So if we could pick up one more good centre back, I feel like would be good. But with Bastoni and Pau Torres being quite unrealistic, I'm not sure who would get.
Yeah. The question here is that, I started the stream off saying if I were to tell you that Tottenham Hotspur are going to win a trophy with these players. Now, at the top of my mind, I can name you five players out of the current Tottenham Hotspur team who shouldn't be there, starting 11 who shouldn't be there. Is that really the kind of team you think will win a trophy? As in the next, because again, I'm going to say this again. Antonio Conte, the whole pay rise, 1 million pay rise if he does stay, he's not too happy about this. Antonio Conte. Now, Harry Kane is just hit 29. Yeah, about to hit 29. Heung-min Son, 30 years old. Hugo Lloris, 34, 35 years old. Eric Dyer getting old. Everyone's getting old. Now, it's either now or never. Do you think, honestly, do you think we are going to be able to get a trophy with these players anytime soon?
I only see. I think that we've got the best attack in the league. I'll get that out the way. And then midfield, we could do with more a creative option like a Madison, but I don't think we've scored 31 goals, so it's not too bad. We just need to improve our defense.
Yeah.
But if we got a really good centre back like a Botman, someone at that level, to pair with Ramiro, and we use Spence and Doherty, or maybe two centre backs even, I think we'd be winning trophies.
Yeah. Do you think now that Cristiano Romero has won the World Cup? I mean, first of all, congratulations to him for winning the World Cup. Do you think him winning the World Cup boosts his confidence? I mean, it surely has to, no?
When I watch Romero, I never think he lacks confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's
Come,
just
come,
too
come,
injured.
come as you like, come as you like. But let's answer this from Chelsea fan. If Conte can get players in January, you will get top four. Do you agree
Yeah,
or not? Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's a solid. I think that's a solid statement from Chelsea fan. You know, one of the problems with Tottenham Hotspur in the recent years is that in January transfer windows we have not been the best. Now that we've signed Bentancur and Kulusevski in at the January transfer window, it definitely boosts. You know, Fabio Paratici, well done, Tim. Now, the question is, and I'm going to finish off this question with you. Which okay, so which players do you think Tottenham Hotspur should sign? And so yeah, let's start off with that question. Which players do you think Tottenham Hotspur should sign? Do you have on the
What
top of your mind any?
are we talking like ones that have been rumored or like just some ones that I think
Someone that sticks out to your mind that might have been rumored, might not have been rumored, but someone you think if he comes to Spurs, boom, we're just clear.
hmm, obviously Pau Torres,
Yeah.
Lewis Dunn from Brighton.
Okay.
He's very good.
He's very, very good.
Um, if we could get Maguire on the free, I'd take him.
Yeah.
He's far better than Dyer.
Mm,
Far
May. So those are the players you think.
realistically, yeah. Who else? Maybe Joe Gomez
Joe Gomez is a shout, but I
because
think he
he's.
doesn't need a contract. I think
I'm not sure, but he's behind Matip, Kanate, Van Dijk.
pathetic. I mean, if he comes to Tottenham Hotspur, he starts.
Yeah, he'd be
He
better.
starts ahead of Dyer.
He'd be our second best centre back.
Yeah. No, it's interesting because someone who I have on my radar throughout the whole um year is it has been it's unrealistic signing, but I'm saying if he comes and joins Tottenham Hotspur, he'll be it was two players. If they come and join Tottenham Hotspur, they'll be absolutely insane. Number one is the use of Trent Alexander-Arnold in that Liverpool side is just pathetic. I think if he comes to Tottenham Hotspur, it's unrealistic, completely unrealistic. But if he does come to Tottenham Hotspur, play him as a right wing back, or hell, if Liverpool play him as a right wing back, do you know what a flipping player he'll become? He doesn't need to defend. You get the use out of Joe Gomez. You don't use three midfield. Sorry about that. Don't know what happened there.
Right.
For Tottenham Hotspur, I think Achraf Hakimi, if he comes to Spurs, wow, that would be insane. But look, to finish off, wait, I just want to ask you something. Are you from Australia?
New Zealand,
New Zealand? All right. So
born in Oz though.
okay, so here's a question. Here's a question for you, New Zealand. Okay, all right. If you could bring a New Zealand player, don't know any. If you could bring a New Zealand player to Spurs, who would it be?
Um,
Come on, there must
so
be one on your mind. On your mind, there must be one.
I've got two. We've
Go on.
got two players that would actually make our rotation. Do you know
Yeah.
Chris, the old Burnley striker?
Who?
Chris Wood?
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, he scored double-digit goals for Burnley for time. He's like he's a backup at Newcastle right now.
Yeah, 100%.
When we had all those injuries earlier in the season, he probably could have got a start, like in
I
that
mean,
Liverpool.
mate, he'd probably get a start now, maybe, potentially.
I'd be behind Richarlison and Kane, but
No. I'm saying Richarlison now injured, Kane resting for Brentford,
yeah,
potentially.
he'd get a few minutes.
Yeah.
And then we've got a guy called Kakacha. You won't know him.
Okay.
I barely know what team he plays for in Italy, but he's a
Yeah.
right wing.
A right wing back.
He's better than
Interesting.
100%.
Bro, literally, my grandma's better than Emerson, I swear. Literally. But last question to end this fantastic call is
Yep.
which position are Tottenham Hotspur finishing? If the season ends now, ends now, and there is no more transfers, which position is Tottenham Hotspur finishing?
7th.
7th.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic, cool. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
See ya.
Have a good one. Unbelievable. Love to have the New Zealand fans in here. Shame, I did forget to ask what his name was. I knew it was Conte's son, so that's gonna be our title for. I'm gonna take a clip out of that. Conte's son came on the Spurs live stream. Oh my days! I'm gonna have the thumbnail. Like, oh my god, Conte's son. But yeah. So all right, guys, we're heading out to the last bit of the stream, which is any latest news regarding Tottenham Hotspur. Literally latest news, and it's not looking like there is anything. All we know is that Tottenham Hotspur are going to face Portsmouth, against Nice tomorrow. And my lineup is as follows: Hugo Lloris in goal. No, mate, of course not. Why would Hugo Lloris start? He's just finished the final, guys. Honestly, pathetic. Fraser Foster in goal. We got right wing back. I'm going to start with Matt Doherty. Centre backs are going to be I would call Jaffa Tanganga, Eric Dyer, just to give a bit more game time, I think, or maybe rest. No, Eric Dyer probably start, and then we'll get a little bit on the left hand side, left centre back, Davinson Sanchez. Then left wing back will probably be Ryan Sessegnon. Two midfielders has to be Ollie Skip. He has to get some game time, and then probably will be Pierre. Right winger Kulusevski to get more game time. As a striker, who will it be? Who starts that? Oh, was it Lucas Moura? Who starts at top four Tottenham on the into Motherwell? Who started up front? Oh, it's White. So yeah, probably White at up top, and then yeah, probably Hill on the left. Jed Spence will definitely have to come on, and that is my lineup prediction for Tottenham Hotspur versus Portsmouth playing tomorrow. Looking forward to Tottenham versus Portsmouth, guys. Tottenham versus Nice, 9 o'clock. Oh, 9. No, not 9. What am I talking about? 7 o'clock UK time. And then we've got Brentford on the 26th on Monday. So, guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate all the love and support you guys have shown today. We got flipping a lot of people in here today, and yeah, appreciate it, guys. Come on, you Spurs, and yeah, guys, just come on, you Spurs.